The name.
Primetime.
Primetime.
What time is it? Showtime Primetime.
It's XL Primetime, featuring Joe C.
I would clean that bone about as good as anything.
Matt Hayes.
The guys they had last year, terrible.
And Leon Searcy.
Mama know that when you get to camp, you ain't gonna see a lot of Big Daddy.
How you like me now?
Oh, we are counting down the days until, well, Big Daddy will be among them, taking in practice. But we are counting down the days for the rookies to report. And that comes up on Saturday. And then the rest of your Jacksonville Jaguars for 2025 will be on the field next Tuesday. They report. Wednesday, they are out on the field. Looking forward to it. Welcome in. It's XL Primetime. A launch at noon as we are back in the noon to 2. And then Helmets and Heels comes up after us. Frangi live from SEC Media Days following that. And, of course, you got so much more that you could look forward to with 1010 XL 92.5 FM. Big Sur, this is day 2 of the SEC Media Days, bro, and day 2 of us at noon.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
How you feel?
I'm feeling good, man.
Yeah.
I'm feeling good. I got my a little bit of a walk-in. It's just so dang muggy. It's hot as blazes out there. But like I said, I don't like complaining because there are people that are, well,
putting in some real time.
Yeah, they're at it all day.
We're doing things of luxury.
You're doing it for exercise.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That part right there.
Yeah.
So I'm going to tell you this, though. After yesterday when the show was over, went to go work out, no traffic.
Oh, okay. That's good.
All the machines in the gym, no traffic.
That's good. You
I was good, bro.
You'll take that.
I'll take it all day.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, now listen. We got some, I think mainly SEC Media Days talk will be centered around the 4 schools today. And then you got Florida and them coming in tomorrow and whatnot, and we'll be looking at it. But today's, I think, is a really good group. Yesterday, we spent a lot of time talking about LSU and Brian Kelly. What's going on with Garrett Nussmeier? Can he be the nation's best at the quarterback position? We talked about LSU and Clemson. But today, you've got Texas basically being looked at right now as not the prohibitive favorite, but one of the preseason favorites to win it all. They think they've got a lot, and they think they got Arch Manning ready to run that Longhorn offense and get it humming, get in the end zone a bunch, and be better than Quinn
Well, let me ask you this question. I mean, you being the SEC homer that you are you fine with Texas coming in still in all the luster and only been in the conference what? Maybe 3 years? 3 years?
No. They just came in. They just came in last year. So this is.
Wait a minute now.
Yeah.
Oh, they just came in last year.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. But they were.
They beat Alabama the year before when they were still in the Big.
That's right.
In the Big 12, and it had been announced. Gosh, how far back are we going when the announcement came out? 21 or 22, something in that neighborhood. It might have been 21.
The announcement, yeah. So I asserted the announcement, not actually being in the conference. Okay, my bad.
Yeah.
I take that.
Yeah, and so.
But I'm saying they're still getting all the love, though. Bro.
I was going to say, to your point, even more to your point, is that a lot of people were basically throwing darts at the SEC for giving Texas such a good setup schedule this past season when they were just coming into the conference. And then the Oklahoma, the Boomer Sooners of the world were saying, wait a minute, what the hell? Texas is getting all the love. We're not getting all the love. Well, it evens out as you go along. But Texas did have a bit of a darling setup to their schedule.
Yeah, well, it was set up to the schedule where all of their tough games were at home. They didn't really have to go on the road to really play anybody from last year. That's what they did. They gave them a layup. They gave them all their tough games, but Georgia showed them a little something to do at home.
Yeah, they did.
They put that belt to you know what.
And then Florida went in there without DJ Lagway, and they got a 50-burger put on them.
Yeah.
But it did set up well for them last year. And then now all the chatter has been, hey, goodbye Quinn, hello Arch. Now Manning is going to be able to take over and basically get the Longhorns to where they want to go. We shouldn't forget this team was a college football playoff performer, was in the SEC championship game, was close to maybe winning it all. And now people are thinking about, okay, you add in the Arch Manning effect, they're going to get it done. Well, one of the other schools that's there today are the Georgia Bulldogs.
Yeah.
And hunker down, you hairy
You
dog.
ever heard of them?
Yeah, exactly. Hunker down, you hairy dogs looking around going, what have they done? We beat that butt. Okay.
So these are the current betting odds between the two.
Yeah.
So Texas, like you said, is the favorite.
Right.
So they're plus 300, so 3-1. And Georgia's right behind them, plus 360, which you rarely ever even see that number.
Yeah.
So they're neck and neck on betting odds right now. Vegas doesn't really know who to pick.
Yeah, and it's so funny because both of them feel like, Georgia has patrolled the SEC to success for a while here. Recent vintage has been pretty dang good for the University of Georgia. But Texas, meanwhile, they say, hey, we got to stake our claim. This is our opportunity because we got some goods on both sides of the ball.
Well, Georgia got the raw, they got a raw deal last year because most of their games, their tough games were on the road. But now the pendulum has swung to this year to where all those games that they had to go on the road, they got to come to between the hedges now.
Yeah, it's funny because Georgia has been given a little bit of a kiss with the schedule makers, at least according to their rivals, the fans of the other teams against Georgia. They say, yeah, exactly. Like, why do they not have to play so-and-so or so-and-so? You know how it goes. But when you take a look back at the two games that they played against Texas last year, they got to be feeling pretty good about themselves. They doubled them up during the season. Like you said, Quinn didn't have anything for him. Arch didn't want any more of that because he was in and out of that game. They end up doubling him up 30-15, and then they win 22-19 in overtime, and it was a great game. That's when Carson Beck got injured and came in. What did he come in for? The 2-point? Was it the 2-point conversion? I'm trying to remember. Georgia fan can remind me of that on the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures at 641-1010. But we're talking about a much better game in the SEC championship, and Georgia played their way to that field goal win. But they're 2-0 against whoever's quarterbacking the Longhorns as a member of the SEC. That's how Georgia's looking at this.
Yeah, that's the way they should look at it. They're still the top dog. I don't care how much love Texas is getting. They're still the top dog. I mean, only 2 years ago they were back-to-back national champions.
Yes.
People forget that.
Yes. and then left out of the college football playoff when it was down to 4 teams, which was just nuts when you think about it. But they have a question at quarterback. I think it's fair to say they have a question at quarterback. And I think it's also fair to point out that they ran Carson Beck out of Athens, and they were ready to be done with him.
The blatant disrespect. We'll take him all day.
You will. And what was his record?
28-3.
28-3
as a starter.
Yeah, you'll take that all day.
All day.
And so he got run out. Gunnar was basically, they threw a parade for him before he ever started a game. And look, he came in the biggest of moments. I get that. But he wasn't necessarily the guy that you expect to see under center leading one of the better teams in college football.
Well, I mean, in the playoffs when they played Notre Dame, they were unlike themselves in that game. Notre Dame, they couldn't run the ball. Gunnar wasn't really as effective as a passer as you would hope. So the defense was still stout.
Yeah,
but it was far-fetched.
They scored 10 points.
Yeah, exactly. From what you're used to seeing from Georgia. I mean, they just seemed how to sink. And offensively, they seemed how to sink. And I don't know if it was Gunnar on the offensive line, the running game, whatever it was. It didn't seem like the typical Georgia team that I had seen play before.
Yeah. Well, there's a few things that Georgia. We'll kind of break this down today. But I want to know what Bulldog fans are thinking about their football team. We did one of these, 2 or 3 weeks ago on XL Primetime, where we basically said, what do you think you know about your football team? And I think Georgia is probably one of those fan bases right now that isn't really sure what they know about their football team. They know Kirby's Kirby. They know that he's recruiting relentlessly and will have another good football team, that they will kick butt on the defensive side. That's Kirby's wheelhouse. And on the offensive side, they're a little nervous, I would think. If you talk about, they lost 4 starters on their offensive line, and they had the most drops in college football. Both of those add up to bad, but they were able to go out there and recruit. They got a couple of guys out of the transfer portal that will come in and play the wide receiver position. So I just want to know what Dog Nation is feeling out there. So you guys let us know, 641-1010. You can jump in on the text line. And then if you are out and about, and you can definitely listen on the app or on the FM or AM dial. But if you're in the office or anywhere else, just go ahead and throw us on YouTube. Real easy to watch on YouTube. Just search XL Primetime and jump in on it.
Well, there was a Georgia Bulldog who texted in yesterday.
Yeah.
Who said Gunnar Stockton is going to have a better season than Arch Manning.
Oh, I love that. I do love
Hot
that.
take.
I do love that. And look, we asked for some of those hot takes, which we might even do again as we get closer to the season, because we want to preserve them. in our text annals and just see if any of them come true. So we will ask for more of those hot takes a little bit later on.
So quickly, just Georgia at the beginning of their season. It's going to be easy. So, like, Gunner's going to, he doesn't have a Clemson week 1 like they did last year or anything. So it's going to go slow for him at first, which is exactly what you want with a new quarterback. He's got Marshall week 1 at home, then Austin Peay week 2 at home, of course, and then a big one.
Oh, it gets heavy.
On the road against Tennessee. Now, Tennessee also doesn't have a quarterback. And then you have a bye week after that, and then at home against Alabama. So you do have like 2 weeks for Gunnar to get right. But after that, man, it's the SEC.
Oh, yeah.
Here's the thing. I mean, do you want your quarterback to sleepwalk the first couple of weeks, or do you want to just throw him in the fire? I mean, because Texas has got Ohio State right off the bat.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to find out a lot about Arch Manning.
You better believe it.
Arch just had a lot more playing time than Gunnar Stockton.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
And he's more polished. But up in the horseshoe. But, yeah, he will be thrown to the fire, whereas at the very least, whatever offense that they decide that they're going to try and employ, that they're going to be able to work out the kinks before they see Tennessee, Alabama, Kentucky, Auburn. Now, look, War Eagle may not be the same. Kentucky may not be the same, but those are still classic SEC battles. Then they got Ole Miss. They got Florida. It doesn't there's not an easy road anywhere here. They got Texas at home mid-November, and the stakes will be major league at that point.
No, oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, they just got the flip side of what they had they play last year.
Yeah.
Last year, they had all those tough games on the road, and but this year they get them at home. So, I mean, with a young quarterback, I guess you do want to kind of, spoon feed him, before he gets to the tough games.
Yeah, this year they have Alabama, Ole Miss, and Texas all at home.
All at home. And they go to Atlanta to play Georgia Tech, which we know how that went down last year. It was
6
and
overtimes?
not in Atlanta at Georgia Tech.
Yeah.
It's at Mercedes-Benz Stadium, which I actually hate that.
Yeah.
But we were destroying just everything about
you're just
college
saying,
football,
I get what you're
man.
saying. You're saying not at old Bobby Dodd.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying.
It's not a home game.
Yeah, I got you.
I mean, it's in Atlanta, but are you going to tell me that there's going to be more Georgia Tech fans in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium than Georgia fans?
The answer is no.
So where's the home field advantage come in?
Exactly.
Part.
But I did not realize that it was up in
Neither
in the
did I, and
Benz.
so I just looked at it.
Yeah, and Georgia will already eat up their share of tickets if it's at Bobby Dodd. It's kind of like any visiting team that goes see Diego. He doesn't have as many fans rooting for him. He's shocked to find that out. But more people will buy tickets as visiting fans. But anyway, I didn't know that. I'm just guessing it's more money.
It is now called the Invesco QQQ Atlanta Gridiron Classic.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
Too long.
What a rivalry that is.
Yeah, that one just
I thought it was good old-fashioned hate, but apparently it's not.
rolls off the
It's all
tongue.
corporate hate
Atlanta
now.
Gridiron Classic now.
It's corporate hate.
Yeah.
Did not know that.
Yeah.
That's usually that's like a PGA Tour Champions sponsor right
It
there.
is, bro.
Yeah, that's
Korn Ferry Tour sponsor.
What time is tea time?
All right, so storylines. This is what we're going to try and do for you today. Storylines for Georgia. You help advance your storyline if you're a Bulldog fan. 641-1010. Hit the text line or jump in the YouTube chat. Auburn, I got to hear from you guys today. War Eagle. I want to set this up coming up here in just a second because Hugh Freeze right now is telling you about the future at Auburn, and I'm shook by it. Like, what in the H is he saying? I'm going to tell you what it is coming up here in just a second. You got Tennessee, you got Texas. All those teams are on the floor in the hotel today, right outside of the College Football Hall of Fame with the SEC Media Day. So we're going to drill down on all four of those teams today. Thanks to Beaver Chevy, Beaver Toyota. They bring you today's show, and I tell you what, it is rock solid right now in the month of July in terms of making deals. They are there to wow you. They got the Beaver Chevrolet dealership right there on Phillips Highway. Beaver Toyota has now moved right next to Best Bet St. Augustine, so they are right there, I-95 and State Road 207, real easy to find them. We're talking about a huge lot of deals, pre-owned, brand new. You want to check out Beaver Toyota and now the brand new Beaver Mitsubishi in the AUG on US 1. Make sure you check them all out. All right, let's get to the things that we think we know and things that you need to know about the four schools that are up in Atlanta today.
XL Primetime. Driven by Duval Ford Mobile Service. Game-ready service right to your driveway. Bringing the heat. Your station for summertime fun. 1010XL. Your summertime fun station.
Ready to add some value to your day? The everyday deals at Sonny's have got you covered. Right now, you can get the pork big deal for 10, the pork and rib combo for 12, all you can eat ribs for $19.99, and our new loaded barbecue potato for $11. Available all day, every day. And that's why it's always Sonny's here. Sonny's Barbecue, local pitmasters since '68.
Hey, Jacksonville, I'm sure by now you've seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We are an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We are committed to customer service, reliability, and have unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today. GFL, green for life.
Chelsea here. Summer is sizzling and so are the savings at Renewal by Anderson. For a limited time, buy 4 windows in our patio doors and receive the 5th free. Plus enjoy 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 18 months. As temperatures rise, so do energy bills. Upgrade to Renewal by Anderson's exclusive Fibrix windows. 2 times stronger than vinyl, remarkably energy efficient, and custom crafted to perfectly fit. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation today. Restrictions apply. License number CGC 1527613.
Right now, you may be running a little late, or feeling stressed, or overwhelmed, and you may be going a bit over the speed limit. So to help you relax, exhale. Ease up on the gas. You'll get there when you get there. Take a moment to just chill. This little break is brought to you by Target Zero and the Florida Department of Transportation.
Frank Frangi here for Coil Fencing. Jacksonville is full of memorable sports moments. Remember Hal Sutton when he famously said, "Be the right club today"? Well, that's what Coil Fencing delivers. The right fence today. And they've been delivering the right fencing for both commercial and residential properties for nearly 100 years. If you're in the market for a new fence, call Coil & Sons today at 904-356-4821 or visit coiljacks.com. That's COYLE Jacks.com.
What's the weekend in sports look like? I'm 1010XL's Dan Hicken, and I'll give you my takes and weekend updates on YouTube and Facebook. Musings with the media mogul. That's right, motivated by Tucker Equipment Rentals in Neptune Beach.
Since 1901, generations of skilled union workers have built the backbone of our community. Hospitals, schools, the buildings where you work. Every year, a new apprentice class of Local 234, plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians is stepping up, trained, driven, and ready to do great things. They're not just building our city, they're building their future. Local 234, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit UA234.com to become a member or contractor today.
Hacker here, and guess what my scale reads? 195 pounds. I'm shocked seeing that number, but it's there every month. The weight is staying off after dropping 122 pounds. Absolutely life-changing. Awaken180weightloss.com.
Ready to ride the waves? Best Bet St. Augustine is turning up the heat with our Summer Splash promotion. We're giving away over $40,000 in cash and prizes, including a brand new 2025 Yamaha Wave Runner. From now through August 8th, every hour you play poker or table games earns you an entry to win. It all leads up to the grand prize drawing on August 9th. The more you play, the more chances you have. Don't miss your shot to make a splash this summer. Visit bestbetjacks.com for all the details. That's bestbetjacks.com.
Football season is almost here, so before it arrives, I'm going to get my home organized. Lauren Brooks here at Closets by Design creates custom storage for every space, lifestyle, and budget. From closets to garages to laundry rooms or entertainment centers, anywhere that needs to be organized. Call today to schedule a free in-home consultation and receive 40% off plus an additional 15% off with free installation. Yes, that's 40% off plus an additional 15% off during the month of July. Call 878-9393 or visit closetsbydesign.com.
Are you 18 years or older, just got married, just got divorced, or have children? Listen up. Have you done your last will and estate planning? If you have questions, call Matt Hinson with the Hinson Law Firm. Reach him at 527-1700, offices Jacksonville, Florida. And don't let the state decide your fate.
Big Chief Tire is always looking for ways to better serve the Jacksonville community we call home. Lauren Brooks here. Starting Monday, June 16th, they are opening their 6th shop location in Mandarin, providing more Jacksonville residents with a locally owned auto repair business that they can trust. Visit the new shop on San Jose Boulevard today for all your vehicle needs, including brake repair, new tires, and more. Visit WeKeepJacksRollin.com or call 904-932-0950 to schedule an appointment today.
Need protection? Call Craig and Christine Kaprowski at Goosehead Insurance. The Kaprowskis are a husband-wife team committed to finding you the right coverage at the right price in just a few short minutes. For home, auto, flood, or specialty insurance, Craig and Christine Kaprowski are the answer. Craig.Kaprowski at Goosehead.com.
There's certain places if you go in, they got what you're looking for, like Gate Convenience Stores and Cold Modelo's. That's the ticket. Or get on the craft side of things with something from Bolt City or Sweetwater. Hit the cooler at Gate. Full of choices and all of them good.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. The college football season has officially started. Live from Atlanta, Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing SEC Media Days. Decorated by Underwood Jewelers and Window World of Northeast Florida on 1010XL.
Well, they call it talking season for a reason because there's a lot of chatter out there right now, especially with the SEC Media Days going on up in Atlanta. We will have all sorts of things coming out on any of our social channels. Just make sure you find 1010XL anywhere on all the platforms. And we will have plenty coming out today with big names like Kirby Smart, like Steve Sarkisian, Arch Manning. You can go down the line with the Josh Heupel new feel to the Volunteers without Nico Iamaleava. And you can go to the Auburn storyline, and who knows exactly how Hugh Freeze is going to succeed this year, but it's going to be an interesting watch, that's for sure, with War Eagle. I'm getting a kick out of what's coming in on the text line, designed by Lifetime Enclosures, Big Sirs, because it is talking season, which means fans are allowed to chirp as much as anybody else, right?
Absolutely.
And one dude's like, if Arch Smith was starting that game at Ohio State, the point spread would be 20+. This Manning poop is ridiculous.
Well, luckily Arch Manning is starting.
Exactly.
I get your point, but you're so wrong, dude.
Yeah. Well, I think what they don't want to acknowledge that the guy looks good, could be great. And that's really it more than anything else. And
I think that if his name was actually Arch Smith, people would respect him a lot more, and a fan wouldn't be saying something like that.
Well, maybe, but the Manning pedigree means something.
Yeah,
it does. And
it should be looked at as an advantage that you have like those guys in your family you can fall back on and get information from and whatever.
Oh yeah, listen, the likelihood of this kid succeeding is pretty doggone high if you look at the track record of the Mannings.
Exactly.
From the granddaddy to the daddies to the brother, all that kind of stuff.
Like, haven't you guys ever watched horse racing?
Yeah.
Like, they create these great horses because of their family. He was created for this.
This one stat I will never forget, a little secretariat was in every thoroughbred that ran the Kentucky Derby.
See, there you go.
That part.
Yeah, see, in like 30 years, a little bit of Manning will be in every quarterback in the NFL.
It's called good DNA, bro. Good DNA, good
Just imagine if there was a field where great quarterbacks would go, okay? And just basically spread the good word. Okay?
Is the word geld?
Yeah.
And their seed.
Here's what I can also appreciate about Arch is the fact that he didn't leave.
No.
They groomed him for this particular moment.
He sat for. It still blows my mind that you could be as good as most of us think he can be, and he sat behind somebody. And I've made that point for 2 years. Matt Hayes, we would argue about it. Like, how in the world is this guy sitting behind this other guy? Well, the other guy was good enough not to be beaten out, and they didn't rock the boat. But it still amazes me that this cat was on the bench and came into games and left games, which still blows my mind.
Well, we'll
find out.
Here's the one thing I do know about being at practice and seeing like quarterbacks compete. As a team, you know who's better in practice. I'm telling you, if that team knew that Arch in practice was better, they probably would have said something.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I believe that. That's why I'm fascinated by this whole thing, just to kind of see how it goes.
And real quick, I looked up what gelding is. It's the opposite of what I meant.
It's the opposite. Yeah.
It's getting rid of some things.
I might
have
called one of my friends a gelding once before, and so it's not a compliment.
No.
But
it sounds very painful.
And then you're basically out there and you're not a part of anything, okay? Because they've had fillies that have come in there and ran at the Kentucky Derby and the others. But, yeah, it's no place to be as far as I'm concerned. All right, so I need to get to a couple of things with each one of these football teams. But I did tease that you won't believe what Hugh Freeze is saying right now. So, JJ.
That just happened. Brought to you by Florida Home AC, the official air conditioning partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Now, Big Stars and I are going to roll through things to think about with all these teams, but this one kind of got me just a little bit. Jackson Arnold left Oklahoma to come to the Plains, okay? It didn't work out in Boomer Sooner, so he comes to the Plains. He's going to be an Auburn Tiger. They said goodbye to Peyton Thorne. Bottom line is he's got 2 years of eligibility left in his college career. And Hugh Freeze, his quote is, if Jackson is having the year that we all expect and hope he has, it'd be sure nice to convince Deuce Knight, just play in a few games and, hey, get yourself ready because we think Jackson's going to be gone. Now, is he saying he's going to be gone to the National Football League, or is he saying he's going to be gone somewhere else? Freeze didn't go any further on it, but is that the world we're in right now? That if he has a good season, he's gone, but it may not mean that he's turning pro?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how to take that.
That kind of got me.
I don't know how to take that.
He's got 2 years left. I know that he could go pro. There's no question about it. And there are plenty of examples of other guys having one good year and being gone. But I'm not looking at Jackson Arnold as a guy that's a bona fide
NFL project.
Yeah.
Dual-threat quarterback. Not right now. But is he assessing that maybe he has to just phenomenal year and go somewhere else to get more exposure? That's the only other reference that could be, because if he says he's going to be gone after 1 year, that means he must be going to the NFL.
And he's also saying, in a way, because he spent quite a bit of time on the backup Deuce Knight, he said his ceiling is high. He can make every throw. He's got a high football IQ and is so coachable. Anyway, he's glossing on that guy. He's basically not even guaranteeing that Jackson Arnold's going to be his guy this year, the way things, at least what's coming out of his mouth. That's how I'm interpreting it. And I know that War Eagle and Auburn, you fans let us know, 641-1010. Hit the text line, designed by Lifetime Enclosures, because you guys right now don't know exactly what you have in Hugh Freeze going forward.
Oh, especially like they brought him in to be a recruiter because we all know he's great at that. But now that everybody is cheating with NIL and he's not the only one, dude, if you look at 2026's recruiting rankings, Auburn sucks.
Yeah,
they're way, way down there. So the fans are losing their mind about it. And I've even seen on Auburn Twitter, they are showing, because you know more about this than I do, Joe, but when you golf, and you're working on your handicap or whatever, you log that into an online system.
Yeah.
So every round you play, you can log it into this system for your handicap, and it goes for everybody to see. It's open to the public. Auburn fans are livid that they're seeing how much golf Hugh Freeze has been playing lately because it's out there. And I'm like, listen, if you're only, just imagine these are just the rounds he's posting online.
Yeah.
He's definitely playing without posting some rounds too. So they're like, get your ass back on the recruiting trail, bro.
Yeah, your handicap index can be influenced by how many rounds you play, and if you want to get it to go up or down, you can log in your scores, okay? You can definitely, and right now...
So if you have a really bad round, you might just forget to log it.
Exactly.
That's what you're saying.
Or if you have a really bad round, you use it to help raise your handicap.
Oh, I see. So then when you're playing against other people...
Gosh, yeah. Just this quick aside, there's nothing worse than a guy walking up and telling you he's an 8 when he's a 12. Okay? Because he's going to end up losing shots. He wants to tell you how good he is, but he ain't that good.
Right.
Okay? There's nothing worse than that.
But the opposite is a guy who sandbags for gambling purposes.
Yeah, everyone that's why you got to have that bad score every once in a while that you throw in your club. Like currently, I am a 14.6. Okay. And I'm super, super proud of that. It is nothing to be proud of, but for me, I'll take it all day long. But yeah, I'm no single digit.
Leon, where's your handicap right now? You thinking,
bro?
48.
Bro, I haven't played golf in forever. Let me see. Now, when I was my game,
you said there was a time you played
was
when you were breaking 90. Right?
No. When my game was on, when I was fresh off of retirement, when I was playing golf about every other day, I shot a 82.
Whoa.
Okay, I love it.
I shot 82.
All right, we may need to make this happen again. Honestly, we may have to pull you back out onto the golf course instead of, because what did you do? You were a light and ride guy. You light your cigar and you just ride in a golf cart.
Yeah, that's
just hang out.
Driving, I call it driving and jiving.
Drive and jive. Drive and jive. Exactly. All right,
now that you're male XL, I mean, you're opening yourself up to all new sports.
Bro, I may not be able to swing. We're gonna be like the Hulk.
All right, so give us something to think about from War Eagle right now, Big Sirs, because we were just talking about it. Like we said, Hugh Freeze, he is regarded as a very good offensive coach. It's just a matter of bringing this whole thing together, and the quarterback position has given him fits in the couple seasons that he's been there.
Well, I mean, everything is going to be contingent upon how Jackson Arnold plays. No matter what he's saying, the transfer from Oklahoma, the dual threat quarterback. I mean, he's known as an offensive genius. All right, so I mean, he's got to be able to equip the offense to be as productive as shit. He's got some transfers out of, wide receiver transfers that they may help as well. Eric Singleton and Horatio Fields that they got in the portal that's coming in as well. The offensive line is coming back for the most part, so that should help Jackson. But you got to look at the schedule. When you look at the schedule, and you got Georgia and you got Alabama at home. Okay, they're going to be tough tasks to play, and it's good to have them at home. But then you got road trips where you got to play Oklahoma and maybe Texas A&M. Maybe I looked at their whole schedule, so I'm thinking 7-5.
Oh, okay.
I'm thinking 7-5, maybe. If everything works out as far as Hugh Freeze go, I can't see them being any higher than that.
Well, I'll just tell you this much: we have a lot of these kind of litmus test games that we know how big they are at the beginning of the year. You could call Ohio State, Texas one of the biggest ball games of the year, and it's a little bit of a litmus test for Arch Manning just to see is he for real. But that Auburn Baylor game.
Yeah,
in the beginning of the year.
That's week 1,
at
right?
Baylor.
At Baylor too. That's going to be a big.
Yeah, and that's a week 0.
Friday
that's
night
Labor Day
game.
weekend.
Yeah,
so it's August 29th.
Yeah.
So
that's a big one.
Yeah, that first weekend is juicy, man. I just saw the list of games for that Saturday, and then of course Sunday you have the Miami Notre Dame game.
Well, I'll give you, and that, did you say that's Monday night, right?
Sunday night. Miami.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there is a Monday night game.
Yeah. And
Monday night, I think, is Alabama, Florida State.
Is that what it is?
I believe it's Monday night.
No, hang on, because this was Matt Miller, one of the ESPN dudes, and he tweeted this out. He goes, cancel my plans for August 30th.
That's what I saw, yeah.
Which is the Saturday. Noon is Texas, Ohio State. 3:30 is Alabama, FSU.
Okay. All right, okay.
7:30 is LSU v. Clemson. 11 p.m. is the Utes versus the Bruins.
11 p.m.
And that's
okay. And then Sunday at 3:00 is Virginia Tech at South Carolina.
That'll be a good one.
So Young Beamer against his dad's team.
Yeah.
And then Notre Dame against Miami 7:30. And then the Monday night. This the schools might not interest you, but the storyline certainly will. TCU at North Carolina.
Okay.
Bill Belichick.
Yeah, Belly. You're going to be able to see him. And so it's all good, man. It's all good. All right, so let's keep it going. We got a few more notes that we will definitely throw at you guys for Auburn, Texas, Tennessee, and Georgia. You guys can jump in 641-1010. But you got to hear Trevor Lawrence talking about his hair and other quarterbacks' hair. Everyone else tried to drill down on the important sound bites from the Pardon My Take interview. I went straight to the hair. So we will have that coming up. Beaver Chevy, Beaver Toyota, Beaver Mitsubishi Tuesday right here on XL Primetime. Go visit all the dealerships. They are a great group of people, and they are there to wow you. And if you need help, come see Joe C. I'll make sure that you get a great deal, promised.
XL Primetime, driven by Duval Ford.
What is the name of this network again?
1010XL.
It's sports.
Jacksonville Sports Radio.
Around the clock. Sports all the time.
Jacksonville's live and local sports radio.
That's never going to work.
1010XL. Jacksonville Sports Superstation.
Did you know that for every inch of rain on a 2,000 square foot roof, 1,500 gallons come off the eaves of the roof? Call Clearwater Seamless Gutters and Drainage, and we'll design a plan using our Clearwater Seamless Gutters, and we'll connect those gutters to a Clearwater drainage system to solve your erosion and standing water issues.
Clearwater Seamless Gutters. We can't sing a lick, but we sure are good at gutters.
And drainage, too.
SeamlessGuttersJacksonville.com.
David Garrard here. I've had the PRP treatment from Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, and my knees are really doing well. Platelet-rich plasma treatment may be the answer for whatever is hurting you.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
My son had a meniscus surgery a couple of years ago. When it's smooth as silk, Dr. Kevin Murphy did it. Was playing tennis in 2 weeks. This is Patrick Malarkey, and I highly recommend
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Joe C. for Hard Rock Bet, where things are heating up big time for the boys of summer. Download the Hard Rock Bet app right now and swing for the fences with your favorite baseball team and the best odds at Hard Rock Bet. And don't forget, new customers who bet $5 get $150 in bonus bets instantly. Easy to navigate, play to win. Head to Hard Rock Bet right now with odds on every sport waiting for you. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Hey, Hicken here. Tired of glasses or contacts? Discover customized vision solutions at Bowden Eye & Associates. Dr. Bowden's team offers cutting-edge options like EVO implantable Collamer lenses or refractive lens exchange and classic LASIK, designed to fit your life. Picture perfect vision for reading, driving, or just enjoying the day. It's easier than you think. Call now for your free screening. Bowden Eye & Associates, they're keeping the First Coast focused.
Have you got concrete or asphalt rubble piling up? Arcosa Crushed Concrete will pay you for it and recycle it. They're just minutes from Everbank Stadium on Talleyrand. Call Arcosa Crushed Concrete and get paid for what you don't need. ArcosaCrushedConcrete.com.
This Date in Sports History is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On July 15th, 1923, Bobby Jones wins his first of 13 major championships after he wins the U.S. Open on an 18-hole playoff.
Home is where your story begins. And at Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing, we're here to make it the healthiest, most comfortable place it could be. Whether it's fresh, clean air, dependable plumbing, or reliable power, we take care of it all. From routine maintenance to state-of-the-art solutions, Donovan keeps your home running smoothly. Because at Donovan, we believe your home isn't just where you live, it's where your health meets comfort. Call Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing at 904-270-COOL or visit us online. Let's make your home healthier, safer, and better together.
ET here for Twin Peaks. And are you or someone you know looking for a job where you can have a lot of fun and make great money? Well, Twin Peaks is the place for you. Twin Peaks girls, cooks, busters, barbacks, and more. Text WORK4TP to 85000 to apply. An equal opportunity employer.
Summertime is busy with graduation parties, summer barbecues, festivities, family gatherings. The month of July, National Carpet Cleaning Month. So Zero Res is offering $45 per room of carpet clean and 20% off air duct cleaning services as well. Schedule your appointment at ZeroResJacksonville.com or call them 287-5727 and ask for the 1010XL special. Zero Res, spelled backwards or forwards, it spells the same. Zero Res.
Zero Res.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
Hey, Jacksonville, need a fence and ready to save? At Superior Fence and Rail, you'll lock in 5% off your fence project when you sign by the end of July. A limited time offer for savings and peace of mind this summer. Now accepting appointments for a free estimate. So act fast and get 5% off your entire fence project when you finalize by July 31st. Cannot be combined with other offers. New contracts only.
SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
I'm with Greg from Cycles of Jacksonville. I always brag on what you guys have on-road and off-road. But, Greg, tell everybody about what's happening on the water, because you got loads of opportunity.
We do. We've got lots of boats in stock. We got the Honda 19-foot Fisher Runabout. We've got the Coach pontoons, all of them with that legendary Honda motor and legendary Honda reliability, which you always want when you're out on the water.
You could be cruising along the Intercoastal or out on the ocean, but check it out. Facebook page ready for all of you to see, Cycles of Jacksonville, or their showroom on Atlantic near Regency.
Rick Ballou for Coy Dental. That's right, Carlson Dental is now Coy Dental. Dr. Lee has been practicing there for 9 years, has purchased the company. The Coy Dental team still has the same great dentists and staff. And remember, if you get nervous visiting a dentist, don't. There's never a problem at Coy Dental, with light sedation for cleaning and deep sedation for all your restorative needs. Coy Dental, 2 locations in Jacksonville.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555, Jacksonville. This is XL Primetime, brought to you by Florida Home AC. Now that's cool on 1010XL.
Having a good time. Hope everybody is having a good one as far as getting your Tuesday rolling, and weather always unpredictable this time of year, but hopefully you're getting it in. If you're out and about having a good time, or if you're just hanging out, tuned in to 1010XL, we appreciate it. That's for sure. Plenty more coming from SEC Media Days up in Atlanta. Joe C., Big Leon Searcy. We got Matt Hayes up there with Frank Frangi. We can say hello to Frank coming up in just a little bit, but you guys are more than welcome to jump in. And if you get into YouTube, you can go back and watch the whole show, and you can definitely start a little chatter on that YouTube page about your team, that's for sure. But how about we do this team here, Big Sirs? All of Duval, anxious to see rookies reporting on Saturday, full team reporting on Tuesday, out on the field on Wednesday. I do need to hear from Fan Cam. I'm pretty sure he's going to have that, I think it's 11 spices. I may even be cutting him short just a little bit. But the 11 spice habanero chili.
Good. I don't care what it is. Huh?
It's so good.
It is.
You're talking dirty to me, and I kind of like it.
Yeah, Hacker may run from the spiciness of Fan Cam's
but
chili.
it's going to be hot, so that chili and that heat, bro, that's going to be a nice little combination.
He does it every year, and he makes sure that this is so you can brace yourself for the heat. You need to sweat from the spices and from the sun.
True. I'm going to have my towel ready.
Yeah, exactly. You will be ready. All right, so Fan Cam, you're going to have to let us know about that. But I figured we would just jump in on a little bit of Jaguar talk right now before we get to the top of the hour, hoping Kirby Smart will be in the 1 o'clock hour, the 2-time national championship winning coach for your Georgia Bulldogs.
And I know for a fact Frank Frangi will have the better quarterback between Arch Manning and Gunnar, according to our texter, Gunnar Stockton. We'll be joining Frank Frangi this afternoon.
All right, I love it. I love it. All right, so Gunnar, look, it's his world. We're just living in it if he takes advantage of it. Now,
I mean, they won 2 natties with a walk-on quarterback.
Yes.
Facts.
Yeah,
so this kid, if he is, I guess, was he a 4 or 5 star?
No,
if he's even like half of what he was supposed to be, he could easily win a national championship at Georgia.
Yeah, look, it's all and the hunger that Kirby Smart will have now after getting that close, and then as we just talked about, not being able to produce points when they needed it against a very, very good defense. Let's not dismiss what Notre Dame did. Okay, that was a kick-ass defense, but oh my gosh, that will be driving him this entire.
You know what? Kirby seems like. Listen, I love coaches that use mental gymnastics because the fact that they didn't win another national championship, and then the year before they didn't get a chance to play for another national championship. Because Jimmy did this to us when we lost to Notre Dame in '88, and we beat Nebraska in the Orange Bowl. Notre Dame was on TV playing against West Virginia for the national championship. He made us watch the game.
That's torture.
I'm just saying, I can see Kirby doing something like that.
Yeah.
He made us watch the game because he felt like we was more deserving. So here it is. Look at the team that beat you, and they're playing for a championship.
And those mental gymnastics work, do they not?
Absolutely,
yeah,
bro.
They make you hungry, bro. They make you hungry.
Keep
All right,
you on the edge.
This is mental gymnastics. That's what Pardon My Take does, is what we do. We just try and exercise in kind of making you think. But this one, listen, Pardon My Take has fun. They got Trevor from the American Century or whatever it's called, the Celebrity Golf Championship out in Lake Tahoe.
I wonder what his handicap is.
Oh, I don't know, but he posted a pretty big number in that.
He did.
That last round.
Because people were hating on you for your handicap.
Yeah.
Most annoying golfer trope is, quote, "I'm not any good, just a 14 handicap." He said, "Bro, you're like top 15% of all golfers."
Are you
Talking
kidding?
about you, of course.
If that's true, I will wear that. I'll put that on a business card. I had no idea.
Get a tattoo.
Because look, I would always describe myself as a good D player. If you have 4 players, I'm the D guy.
Now, do you play for no tips though?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Just checking.
I make up for that. That's
All
for
right.
sure. I make sure I take care of him. All right, but listen to this. Because Trevor, I'd rather him be a great quarterback and a bad golfer all day long. But right now, he knows there's excitement built around this new regime, what's coming. There's a couple of quotes that you guys have heard on 1010XL, 92.5 FM, just as far as what Liam Cohen and this new feel to the Jags brings to the table and how important it is for them to win again. But Pardon My Take was having a little fun with him, and they talked about his long locks. They had to ask him about the hair.
Long-haired quarterbacks have never won a Super Bowl.
Really?
Yeah. Never.
What's the longest haired quarterback that's won a Super Bowl?
It might be Joe Namath, and he was like Shaggy.
Was Roethlisberger had a half long?
It wasn't. It wasn't in the long years.
Yeah.
Tom?
No,
he's
always
that's when he
short-haired
lost.
Tom?
The ones when he lost.
Yeah, long-haired quarterbacks never won the big one.
What is this? What are you going through right now mentally? Let's talk about it.
I'll be right back. That's a crazy stat.
Yeah. So you could look at it one way or the other. You could be like, hey, I'm going to be the first to break the mold, or cut your hair and then you win a Super Bowl.
How many times have you heard people say, any of the fans that come up to talk to you at the cigar lounge, whatever, Trevor needs to cut his hair, man?
No, they actually like the locks for whatever reason.
Many love it.
They absolutely like the locks.
It's 90-10 as far as those that love it.
That's true.
Including TLD. She loves the sunshine. But there are those that they've hatched that theory. Man needs to cut his hair,
especially now.
After
a few years,
Trevor, what are you prepared to do? You just heard the stats.
Yeah,
you just heard it.
Would he trade his hair for a Super Bowl?
Absolutely,
I would hope.
I would in a minute.
Is it like the anti-Samson?
Or be the
when
first.
Samson got rid of his hair, he was weak.
Yeah, he was done. Yeah, he was done.
The likelihood of being the first is kind of far fetched. How long football's been? Almost 100 years.
Well, if you're talking about the Super Bowl, we're going all the way back to 67.
67.
Also, didn't Patrick Mahomes have he's got that pretty long hair up there? It's all curly, but it's pretty long.
He's got a Jerry Curl mullet work.
That's a crop top is what I call it.
He actually got rid of it this offseason, and they asked him about it, and he said he was very what's the word?
Superstitious?
Yes, very superstitious because he was winning. He won Super Bowls when he had this hair. So why would I get rid of it? And then obviously he got blown out in the Super Bowl this year. Decided to cut it.
Yeah.
And I respect that.
Make the change.
Yeah,
make the change.
Sometimes you got to make the change, bro.
So if he can do it, it doesn't matter whether he's got the long locks. It doesn't matter. Just clean up everything else, okay? He doesn't need a cleanup cut or anything like that. I'm getting a cut today. I need a cleanup cut. But he can do whatever he wants as long as he can take advantage of what's coming with this new look offense, which is he's been hyping it. And he did it in this interview, which was I really enjoyed listening to it. And he basically said, hey, I'm being freed up with the way this offense works. And so some of the stuff he said definitely had me.
Yeah, I don't care about the haircut or whatever. Listen, I'll clean up the turnovers.
Yeah.
yeah, that's all.
That's the only thing you need.
That's the only thing you need to clean.
By the
up
way, Jim McMahon, we're getting on the text line.
McMahon had that little
with the hairband.
He had the hairband, but he would have been a mullet candidate. But I don't remember that he had.
That was long enough to have a sweatband.
One of the greatest throwers of all time had long hair. Dan Marino never won it.
Marino had at least kind of that Mahomes shaggy curly. Business up front, party in the back kind of look.
Not only did he not win it, he never went back.
No, it's true.
Troy Polamalu or whatever. Listen, we're talking about quarterbacks.
Quarterbacks. People.
There's been plenty of players with long hair who won a Super Bowl.
Yeah, like one of the guys that was at the golf championship was George Kittle, and he has got long hair right now. And
they haven't won a Super Bowl.
Yeah, he looks like. Well, you're right. What am I talking about?
What about Hawk from? AJ Hawk, he had long hair, right?
Oh, yeah, there's plenty of long-haired dudes that have played other positions. But, yeah, we're talking about the quarterback position itself. Let's make this the 10-10 take just as far as some of the projected numbers for Trevor right now.
Now, Joe C's 10-10 take. Slow smoked and served up by Sonny's Barbecue. Local pitmasters since 68.
It's lunchtime for a lot of you out there, and if you missed out on Sonny's today, make it a Sonny's day tomorrow. You can drop on by any one of your area Sonny's Barbecue and enjoy delicious, delicious pork, ribs, chicken, turkey, brisket, wings, you name it, they got it all waiting for you, along with all those tremendous sides. So these are the numbers right now as far as projected, and these are the betting odds. And believe me, we'll be hitting Hard Rock Bet with all of our futures as we get closer and closer to kickoff. But what do you think the projected, can you remember the projected numbers that you put out, Big Sirs, as far as what you would like to see from Trevor yardage-wise?
Oh, yeah. I had Trevor at 4,500.
Did you say 4,500?
4,500, yeah.
You are.
I'm insane right now, bro. Yeah. It's July. Yeah. I had him at 4,500, 39 touchdowns, 10 interceptions.
Okay. All right. That is big. That is a tall order. Mm-hmm. All right. So these are some of the betting odds. And again, you get to go over, under for these guys. But for what it's worth, right now, I'll give you one to compare it to. Patrick Mahomes is listed at 4,500 yards over under, 27.5 touchdowns, 10.5 picks. So that's just kind of the baseline, just so you can hear that one. Mm-hmm. Trevor is listed at 3,700.5 yards, 22.5 touchdowns, 12.5 picks. What say you?
I'm going over on the yardage. I'm going over on the touchdowns. I'm going under on the interception.
Under on interception.
I'm sticking with what I predicted, bro.
I love it. Let me just give you a couple of others, just for the heck of it. Mm-hmm. As an example, Bo Nix, he was one of the exciting young rookies last year. 3,500 is his over-under. His over-under in touchdowns is higher than Trevor. His over-under in picks is lower than Trevor. Mm-hmm. Baker Mayfield, who Liam Cohen coached last year, over-under 3,800. 30 and 13 are his numbers for touchdowns and interceptions. Mm-hmm. Cam Ward, 19.5 touchdowns, 12.5 picks, 3,200 yards for Cam Ward. C.J. Stroud, he is basically right at the same number as Trevor, 3,800 yards passing, 21.5 touchdowns, 10.5 picks. Where do you think C.J. Stroud goes?
I'm going to go over. Mm-hmm. I'm going to go over with the yardage. What were the touchdowns again?
CJ has 21.5 touchdowns, 10.5 over under for picks.
I'm going to go over with the touchdowns. I'm going to go over with the picks.
Yeah, that honestly, just the way the game's being played right now, that does not look like a bad bet.
Nah.
And I don't mind at all going over 22.5 with Trevor in less than 12.5. Look, if he cleans up the 12.5, that's going to lead to 24 touchdowns. Mm-hmm. Because you can think of the situations that Trevor was in this past year, and one of the more damning things that could have happened was turn the ball over with your back very close to the end zone, or turn the ball over when you're about to go in for a score.
Yeah, I agree. I absolutely agree. And another thing that Trevor needs to work on is his escape from pressure.
Yeah.
That loop that he makes, that he goes back and tries to please don't do that no more.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
And it's a lineman's nightmare. Yes. Describe what you're saying.
Well, with Trevor, sometimes he has a tendency that when there's pressure in the middle, he loops outward and then tries to come around. And as offensive lineman, you have no idea. You can't protect him.
He's basically describing an upside-down question mark.
That part.
Okay? And think about it. He's already in the shotgun. Mm-hmm. Okay? So he's already back there. You guys watch on YouTube. Leon will show this to you. But he's already in the shotgun. And that's 7 steps at that point.
Yeah.
And then you're in the pocket breaks down, and he turns and does that 180 and starts making an upside down question mark.
Yes.
Well, then he's going in the wrong direction.
He's going in the wrong direction. We can't help you.
And you just pushed a guy uphill.
That part. We can't help you. When you do that, when you escape like that, the upside down question mark, then we can't help you. You got to find a better way to escape.
And if this line's going to be better than last year, which everybody out there hopes like heck it is, it better be. One thing I believe Liam Cohen will work hard with Trevor on is he's already said he's going to work on his footwork, but taking that step or two up into the pocket. Start to trust those people around you that are blocking.
Yeah, that's the reason why he does that little escape thing is because the pressure is apparent in his face like that, so he decides to do that. But if you solidify the middle of the pocket, then he can find other means in which to escape and not have to do that kind of stuff.
All right.
Or not worry about getting hit in the middle at all.
No. It's the truth. All right. So you guys jump in on that 641-1010, just as far as the numbers are concerned for Trevor, whether you think he can go just like blow past that number, because I actually think, and I think Big Sur's definitely thinks that he's going to have that type of year. Less picks, more touchdowns, more yards, more wins. I think everybody would take that. All of Duval says, give me a hell yeah to that.
XL Primetime.
Driven by Duval Ford. The home of the home team you grew up with.
You could not stop Jimmy Smith now. For 4 or 5 years in this league.
Looking for Jimmy in the end zone.
Please play him one-on-one.
Jaguars, pride forever. 1010XL.
Denny Thompson here. You got to check out Tyson's Showroom Home Theater with surround sound and comfy theater chairs. You can transform your living room into a cinematic experience. I can stay there to watch all my games. It's that comfortable. Call Tyson today and bring the theater experience home. Tyson Sound and Security, your security, home theater, and home automation experts. New showroom at 3555 U.S. Highway 17 in Fleming, Iowa.
Leon Searcy here for Mel Excel. The doctor says your testosterone is normal. Normal for who? Beta males? That's outdated thinking. Mel Excel use optimum levels when you were 25 years old. Daily dosing, multiple hormones, personalized for you. Not some insurance company with a spreadsheet. This is precise medicine, not sick care. Get your free test today at trymelexcel.com. Start beginning optimal.
They were right. It could have waited. I can't believe it happened to me. Reaching to check my phone. Now my family has to hear that I'm never coming home again.
Officer?
I'm so sorry. I have some very sad news to share with you.
Every day, 9 people on Florida roadways don't make it home. I was one of the people that didn't make it home.
Ride with Do Not Disturb. Every trip, every time. Let's get everyone home safely. A message from Florida Department of Transportation, Target Zero. For more information, visit targetzerofl.com.
It's ET here, and did you know that slow speed accidents can still cause serious injuries? Ignoring minor pain today can mean big problems tomorrow. Don't wait. Call my guys at McGowan Spinal Rehabilitation Center, the auto accident experts.
You don't think this would be a good moment to text somebody?
There's never a bad moment to share your opinion on the 1010XL text line. Designed by Lifetime Enclosures. Share your opinion
As soon as possible.
at 641-1010.
Hey everybody, it's Mike Dempsey, and I only like to recommend the best, which is why I'm proud to say that I chose Pella Windows and Doors for my own home. And now's a great time to upgrade your home with 0% financing for 60 months. That's 5 years of interest-free payments on the best windows and doors in the business. Don't wait. Schedule a free consultation at PellaJacks.com or visit their showroom on Phillips Highway just north of Bay Meadows. For quality you can trust and savings you can't miss, that's Pella Windows and Doors.
Got a clogged drain that just won't quit? It's time to bring in the pros. Duck Duck Rooter.
I called Duck Duck Rooter for a clogged kitchen drain. They showed up fast and had it cleared in no time. No mess, no stress.
We've seen it all. Grease clogs, hairballs, mystery goo from the deep. Whatever's blocking your pipes, we'll get it flowing again. Call 904-862-6769 now to schedule your drain cleaning service. That's 904-862-6769 or online at duckduckrooter.com. When you're stuck, call the Duck.
Hey, Hicken here. Think you got the ugliest garage floor on the First Coast? Your garage a crack-stained hot mess? Hold on to your squeegee. Checkmate Coatings is hunting for the worst garage floor out there. And the winner gets a free garage coating makeover. Whoa! Take 10 seconds. Snap a pic of that garage eyesore. Register at checkmatecoatings.com/contests for a chance to win a free floor coating. It's easy. Just snap a quick pic and enter for a chance to win at checkmatecoatings.com/contest. Checkmate Coatings. Your floor's missing piece.
WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Hi, I'm Sean Monahan from Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach. Since 1977, we've been Jacksonville's local family jeweler with a beautiful selection of fine jewelry and certified diamonds. But we're also Jacksonville's leading buyer of gold, silver, and diamonds from the public. Gold's recently hit an all-time high at over $3,000 per ounce. Pay bills, buy something fun. Now is the time to sell your gold for cash and get top dollar, or trade it in for a new piece and get even more at Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach.
Yo, E.T. here, and I need you to beat the heat this summer with cool escapes and non-stop fun in Clay County. Tackle indoor adventures head on throw axes at Live by Axe, or smash your stress away at Just Smash That. Then kick back with drinks, good food, and fandom vibes at Nakama Anime Bar or Leaderboard Arcade and Bar. Whether you're blowing off steam or just looking to chill, Clay County got your perfect indoor getaway. Find your pool at exploreclay.com. That's exploreclay.com.
Been in a car crash? I'm local attorney Rick Alexander, and I've made it our mission at the Alexander Law Practice to listen to you so I can fight for the best possible result for you. I've been practicing over 30 years, and our team focuses on guiding you through the entire process. And because fees and reimbursement costs come out at the end of the case, I will never ask you to come out of pocket. For a free review, call 904-400-6600 or log on to alexanderlawpractice.com, Jacksonville.
Football season is almost here, so before it arrives, I'm going to get my home organized. Lauren Brooks here. Closets by Design creates custom storage for every space, lifestyle, and budget. From closets to garages to laundry rooms or entertainment centers, anywhere that needs to be organized. Call today to schedule a free in-home consultation and receive 40% off plus an additional 15% off with free installation. Yes, that's 40% off plus an additional 15% off during the month of July. Call 878-9393 or visit closetsbydesign.com.
You've got a lot on your plate. The last thing you need is car trouble. At Maxie's Mechanics, we help you keep your cars, trucks, and SUVs running safely. Visit MaxieAutoRepair.com today for honest service, reliable repairs, and peace of mind for you and your family.
This is your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm RJ Saunders for 1010XL. This update brought to you by YMCA of Florida's First Coast. Florida men's basketball will head here to Jacksonville to take on Miami on Sunday, November 16th in the Jacksonville Hoop Showdown presented by the Jacksonville Sports Foundation. Tickets for the event are scheduled to go on sale September 24th. You can register online for more information at arena.jacksevents.com. First team All-SEC catcher Luke Heyman became the fifth Florida player to be taken in the 2025 MLB draft as the Seattle Mariners called his name with the 422nd overall pick of the 14th round. He joins teammates Kobe Shelton, Jake Clemente, Pierce Coppola, and Bobby Bozer as choices in this year's draft. Right now, 87 degrees at 1 o'clock, time and temp, brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Bringing SEC football to you. It's Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing SEC Media Days. Enhanced by Lucas Tree Service and Florida Pest Control on 1010XL.
1 o'clock hour is hit. Atlanta, Georgia is where, well, the focal point of college football is right now with the SEC Media Days. Frank Frangi up there. Matt Hayes is up there. We got plenty happening on our 1010XL social channel, so keep an eye on it. Frank, how you doing, bud?
I'm doing great, Joe, and hello to you and Leon, and certainly another busy day here today. You know how it works. 4 different teams each day. Today, Auburn, Georgia, Tennessee, and Texas. I keep turning around because Kirby Smart's going to join me in a few minutes, and he's down there with Laura Rutledge, which is probably a better choice than being here with me, Joe, just so you know.
Yeah.
But I'm turning around watching him because I think we're next in line for Kirby. But it's been a busy day. Got to visit with Gunnar Stockton already today. Josh Payton does such a good job covering college football. So a terrific day here and a very lively day on day 2 of the SEC Media Days.
Hey, Frank, how's the vibe there? I mean, I'm sure Texas is getting all the attention because they are on favor of the SEC, but Georgia is still the big stomping dog, ain't they?
That's the thing, Leon. I think it's those two teams, but as everybody will say here, I think it's more wide open than it's been in years past. This is my 36th trip to this thing. I do this a lot. Joe's been 1,000 of these as well. You know, Leon, usually there's one team to beat, and then a lot of teams kind of circle behind them, right? It's Alabama for all those years. In the Spurrier years, it was Florida. It's been Georgia in recent years. I think it's more open this year than it's been. Georgia and Texas, to your point, will be the people everyone's talking about because Texas has Arch Manning and Georgia has so many athletes and has for so many years. But I'm telling you, I think it's more wide open than it's been, and I think that's the vibe. The vibe is that there's probably, 7 or 8 teams that feel like they could be playoff teams in a 12-team playoff this year. So wide open, I think that's the vibe. Nobody knows who the best player is going to be. Arch Manning's the one you know the most because everybody knows his last name, Leon. But other than that, I think this is a pretty wide open field, and that's what everyone's kind of buzzing about here.
We're talking with Frank Frangi. He'll have his show with plenty coming your way. SEC Media Days up in Atlanta when he comes up at 4 o'clock this afternoon. And I do think the compilation of dollars, coaching, and that quarterback named Manning is what basically has everyone trying to trump Texas. That's the best way to sum it up, because they spent a lot of money, Frank, to make sure that they have both sides of the ball taken care of, and they were that close a year ago.
Yeah, Texas is good, but I tell you, Joe, I don't know that they've got more good players in Georgia. I don't know that they've got more good players in Alabama. And then after that, boy, LSU's close. Ole Miss has certainly gotten to the party of late. Tennessee and Florida feel like they're going to have good teams. So you're right. Texas has invested, and Texas has the quarterback whose name everybody knows. I would say quarterbacks with upside. I would think Arch Manning one, and probably DJ Lagway two, in terms of what these guys can be if everything happens correctly. But yeah, it's look, man. I think there's a lot of teams that could win the SEC this year, and you feel that. You feel when you're around these guys this year that they're not all, well, we're not going to beat Alabama, but let's see who's in the next best. We're not going to beat Florida. I think that day's over. I mean, in my heart of hearts, I believe that day's kind of over. Yeah, we'll see. A lot of parity this year, and I think that's the vibe here. And, Joe, everyone's talking about NIL, and everyone's talking about the portal and the SEC. Greg Sankey's going to join us tomorrow. It was going to be today. He's not going to join us tomorrow. But I think the question is, when they expand after this year to 16 teams, and they're going to, what's the format going to be? So a lot of discussions about all that as well.
Now, Frank, I like that, because now the SEC seems to have parity, because for a long time it was Georgia, Alabama, Georgia, but now you've got more people to the party.
I think, Leon, there's as much parity in this league as there. I've been covering it my whole career. My whole career I've covered the SEC. And I think there's as much good parity. I mean, sometimes you got parity because nobody's any good, right?
Yeah.
I think there's as much good parity, Leon, in this league as there's ever been. I really believe this. And I'm not exaggerating. There are probably 7 or 8 teams that have legitimate reason to believe they could make a 12-team playoff. That doesn't mean there's 7 or 8 teams that are national championship caliber, but there are I really believe there's 7 or 8 teams here that if it falls right, look, they all have tough schedules because they got to play each other. But if it falls right, there's 7 or 8 teams that could get in the playoff, that could still be in that playoff conversation at the end of October and the early part of November. I really believe there's that many teams that could be in that conversation.
I think that's what everybody wants. I think that's the way Greg Sankey is looking at the SEC, Frank, is that there's a deeper pool of talent, more teams capable of getting there, and that's why the chest is being poked out, and they want to make sure that they can control things in terms of the way the format sets up. Now, let's get real quick to Tennessee and Auburn. Tennessee comes in. I like Josh Heupel. I think he's a gifted offensive mind and play caller, but Joey Aguilar replaces Nico, and then they're going to have to replace a handful of other guys along that line of scrimmage. What do you think the chatter will be coming out of Tennessee visiting today?
Yeah, Hugh Freeze has already been here, and he's confident. He's got Jackson Arnold now, the Oklahoma quarterback, or the former Oklahoma quarterback, I should say. So he's confident. Haven't talked to Josh. Josh Heupel's scheduled to come on our program today, late in the day, late in the afternoon drive shift. He may be with us at 5:30, 5:45, we're hearing. So I'll ask him about that. That one's interesting, Joe, because everyone thought Nico, I'm not going to try to say his last name, I haven't gotten it right yet. Everybody thinks Nico was going to be the quarterback, and then poof, all the NIL stuff happened. He's gone. He's not the quarterback. So we all know this is a transition year for Tennessee. They would admit that. I'll admit that. So we're not sure what to think of Tennessee. So we'll see. But Auburn's confident. Auburn believes they've got the best roster they've had. Hugh Freeze thinks it's the best roster they've had, certainly since he's been there. But Joe, that's back to the point. I was thinking about this. How many teams in today's SEC have won a national championship since the turn of the century?
Mm-hmm.
You thought about that?
Yeah,
think about it.
Yeah, LSU, Florida, Alabama, Auburn, Georgia.
Right.
Am I missing one?
Oklahoma.
Oh, okay. You're right. You can add them in. And Texas. Yeah.
Texas. That's 7. If you go back to 98, you got to add in Tennessee. So if you go to 98, 8 teams that are in this conference now have won a national championship since 1998. And I think you're starting to feel that now. That's what they wanted. They won a mini NFL, man. That's what they want, whether people admit that or not. They won a mini NFL, and I think they're close to having it. And I think slowly but surely, the team, I didn't mention Texas A&M. They've got a good team. I didn't mention Ole Miss. They've got a good team. That's 10. So I think slowly but surely, the power teams are still power teams. Florida's got the best roster they've had in a while. A&M does too. So it's like a mini NFL here, and that's the vibe we're getting every time we walk around this place.
Leon, does the ACC try to count Miami national titles now as far as the conference goes? The SEC cannot count Oklahoma and Texas. You cannot do that.
I mean, technically, Miami was independent. So.
And you're right. I don't know if you can count them, but they're talking about they're here.
Oh, yeah, I know.
By the way, Kirby, let me just tell you as we talk, Kirby is finishing up.
Yeah.
And he just finished up with Laura Rutledge, which, again, is a way better choice than me. I'll confirm that once again. But I think he's coming. So stay with me, guys. We may just do it right here. If he goes to one of the Atlanta stations first, then you guys break and come back to me. Yeah, but I think if he's coming up the stairs now, so stay with me. And
are we escalator?
What's he wearing?
He got a gray suit on.
Yeah.
Got a gray suit,
red tie.
Gray suit and red tie, which is similar to just about all the other coaches. Okay, they all have the uniform on.
Any headwear?
No headwear. By the way, Gunnar Stockton, a very solid gray suit with the red tie. That's kind of the Georgia theme, you know.
Has
the gray suit with red tie.
Has the bow tie craze left?
I have not seen I have not. You know what? Yesterday, Diego Pavia had one. He had a tux on. He had a tux. He literally had a black tux on and a bow tie, and he could have gone right from here to the prom. The problem is his years from the prom are well removed because I think he's been in college football about 25 years.
Yeah. So, he's all Broadway all the time now. Okay, he's red carpet material.
Yeah, he is. So we're still, again, Kirby has made his way to the elevator. The elevator has not yet opened. This is play-by-play what you're getting here, Joe. You don't get this every day. Okay.
So you're telling me escalator, elevator?
Yeah. Well, he ducked under once he ducked under, we couldn't see him anymore.
Okay.
And so I'm now looking at both the escalator actually the escalator, the elevator, and the stairs. I'm looking at all three. They've been coming up the elevator, though. I just want to tell you that. That's been sort of the MO of...
This is 1010XL surveillance of Kirby Smart
right it is. You get the intel around here.
No cardio about that.
In the meantime, you did have Kirby's quarterback, and he will be on the Fringe show this afternoon.
Yeah, Gunnar Stockton. He's a neat story, too, JJ. He's a guy that got thrust into action when Carson Beck got hurt at halftime of the championship game, right?
Yeah.
So all of a sudden he had to play. He's a guy that nobody has high expectations for. People are sitting around waiting for someone to beat him out. I think the last time that was the case at Georgia was a guy named Stetson Bennett, right?
Exactly.
And we all sat around and waited for Stetson. Every year you came around and you waited for which 4 or 5 star was going to beat out Stetson Bennett. And then you blinked, and none of them did, and he won back-to-back national titles. Now, I'm not saying Gunnar Stockton's going to do that, but it's he's a neat guy too. You could tell of all the guys here, there's most of them have a little swag to them and a little. I can't wait to get here because I'm going to talk trash and.
Diego Pavia,
like
you mean?
Yeah. Yes, I do mean.
Yeah.
He wasn't like that. He was. You'll hear it in the interview. He kind of can't believe he's here. He's just a Georgia boy, just a Georgia kid that can't really believe he's here and just soaking it all up.
Yeah, country, unassuming, and the antithesis of the jet-flying, Lamborghini driving Carson Beck a year ago, and that's why they fell in love with him.
And you know what? We had Carson on when we were at the SEC Media Days last year. It was in Dallas, and we had Carson on, and Carson's fantastic, by the way. He's a great dude. But you're right. Carson's time to shine had come. All cameras were around him. We knew by then about the cars he was driving, and he looked the part, and he was the part. He looked like the movie star here, Joe, last year. Gunnar Stockton looks like a kid that just came off the farm and didn't really know what to do, and they just bought him a suit, and he put on his first suit ever, and he says, "Hey, I got a suit on." I mean, that's the look you got from Gunnar Stockton. That's the feel. So.
All right.
So waiting for, by the way, I see you might want to break now because I don't see Kirby yet.
Yeah. So we'll take a break, come back, and then hopefully we'll get him on because that way Bulldog fans are chomping at the bit right now. They are hungry to see if they can get back to a national championship setting. All right, Frank, we'll be listening and talk to you in just a bit.
Okay, Joe.
All right. That's it. Honestly, that's what they want. They feel like they should be back there. So we'll set the table for Frank. If he gets Kirby Smart sitting down at their table up there in Atlanta, we will do it right here live on 1010XL 92.5 FM, a Beaver Chevy Beaver Toyota Tuesday. It is XL Primetime.
XL Primetime, driven by Big Number 1 Duval Ford, the number one place to buy your next vehicle. It sure is great living in the golf capital of the world.
Blue skies, fresh cut grass, birds chirping.
1010XL, Jacksonville's golf station.
Jeez, you love this golf stuff, huh? Oh, yeah.
Chicken Salad Chick has scratch-made Southern-style chicken salad in every bite. It's quick and delicious, so why wait? Come taste the best chicken salad today at Town Center, Durbin Park, Butler Point, and now in Ortega Park. Chicken Salad Chick.
Hey, Hicken here. I couldn't be any happier than to join the George Moore Chevrolet family. When I say family, I mean it. Visit their beautiful showroom today off Atlantic Boulevard. Find out exactly what I'm talking about. No pressure, just friendly help. And whether you want a car, a truck, SUV, electric, pre-owned, you name it, George Moore Chevrolet has it. And if you can't make it over to Atlantic Boulevard, no problem. MooreChevy.com is easy to navigate as any site you will try. It's never been more easy to use. George Moore Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Storms don't wait, so why should you? Protect your home and your wallet with Universal Roof and Contracting. Save 15% on roof replacements and repairs now through July 31st. And financing is available with payments as low as $115. Call 855-ROOF-HELP for your free inspection. Universal Roof and Contracting. Protecting your home, building your trust. License number CCC 057165, CBC 1258484.
UniversalRoof.com.
Florida Home AC, the official AC partner of the Jaguars. Make them your AC partner with honest cost estimates before they start the work with no hidden fees. Call 777-4300 for Florida Home AC.
If you miss some of the fun, catch the best of Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing SEC Media Days. Opened up by Instant Keys. If you miss an interview, look for the best of at 1010XL.com.
You were serious about that?
North Florida is growing with lots of new families joining our community. If you're one of them making the move here, your next move should be a call to American Electrical to create the best home automation system, enhancing your living experience. There are many ways your life can be made easier through smart home technology, voice-activated systems, automated lighting, total house temperature control. With American Electrical, they've got everything you need to automate your home and make it your true oasis. Check out American-Electrical.com, powered by professionalism and raising the excellence bar.
Hey, Googans, Hicken here, and I just want to once again give you this very simple reminder. Wear sunscreen. If you're outside a lot, bring the screen. Put some in your truck, on your boat, in your golf bag, whatever, wherever, just use it. Please. It's hot out there, and I just want you to protect yourself. I use it like it's cool because I think it is, but what's not cool, that's skin cancer. You don't want to deal with that. Go get yourself checked out. It could save your life. Go to beachesdermatology.com and schedule your appointment today. That's beachesdermatology.com.
I-9 Sports covers the First Coast with all kinds of sports for kids ages 3 to 17. Fall and winter registration is open right now, like girls volleyball at Duval Charter Bay Meadows, plus plenty of co-ed programs in the Tri-County area to keep your kids active. And being part of a team creates great camaraderie and commitment. Year-round sports all across the First Coast. St. John's, Duval, and Clay, sign up now for the fall and winter. It's all at i9sports.com. Enter 1010 in the promo code for a discount. That's i9sports.com.
1010XL is excited to support an evening of all-star fun as comedian David Spade joins MC and Gator basketball great Patrick Young to induct Olympic swimmers Nancy Hogshead and Ryan Murphy, golf legend Jim Furyk, and the iconic Lizard King into the Sawyer Sports Foundation's Jacksonville Sports Hall of Fame, presented by the Nimnick family of dealerships. Saturday, July 26th at the Community First Igloo. For single ticket and table sponsorship, go to JacksonvilleIceman.com.
Life is just so busy this time of year. Between work, the kids' games, family vacations, I need a yard hero to free up my weekends.
You mean somebody who does mowing and trimming?
Yeah.
How about mosquito control?
Yeah.
What about irrigation and pet waste removal?
You do that too? You're my lawn hero.
Find your lawn hero at heroeslawncare.com. Heroes Lawn Care, because every lawn needs a hero.
I used to dread going to the dentist. Every visit felt like a sales pitch with constant upselling, surprise fees on my bill, and I could never get in when I needed to. But Harbor Dental Care? Totally different. They saw me the next day, gave me honest pricing up front, and even set me up with a payment plan I could actually afford. No pressure, no surprise charges, just kind people who get it. If you want to experience dentistry the way it should be, book your appointment today at harbordental.care. That's HARBOUR dental.care.
Frank Frangi here for Stanley Pools. If you're dreaming of putting in a pool this year, choosing the right company is the most important decision you'll make. I've trusted Stanley Pools to build my pool, renovate my pool, and maintain my pool. Stanley Pools has been the best in the business since 1988, and they're still family owned. Call them today at 904-269-7277 or find them online at stanleypoolsfl.com. That's Stanley Pools, a family tradition of fine swimming pools.
Okay, for this Cannons of Jacksonville commercial, we need an idea to really come out with a bang.
Like having a guy shot out of a cannon.
Nah, too messy. In fact, Cannons is known for all your towing needs.
So like my car won't start.
No. Towing products. Cannons does custom welding fabrication and installation of trailer hitches, goosenecks, tow bars, truck racks.
So you might say Cannons is my best shot at finding that inventory in stock?
Boom. You said it.
Visit cannonsofjacks.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Bringing SEC football to you. It's Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing SEC Media Days. Enhanced by Lucas Tree Service and Florida Pest Control on 1010XL.
So we have one of our texters listening to XL Primetime. Joe C., Leon Searcy, JJ hanging out here. Matty Hayes up there in Atlanta working with USA Today, and plenty more from Frank Frangi coming a little bit later on. We might have him and Kirby Smart in just a matter of minutes, but definitely check out all the 1010XL social channels, plenty of stuff on all the platforms that you guys can enjoy and get a little flavor of what the SEC Media Days is all about. One of our texters, Leon, said Gunnar Stockton, talking about the Georgia starting quarterback right now. Gunnar did break all of Trevor Lawrence's high school records, so I had to look it up. And Gunnar had himself a high school career. There ain't no getting away from it. State record in Georgia for career passing touchdowns, 177. First in career all-purpose yards, 18,000 plus, and all-purpose touchdowns, 254. Most in Georgia.
That's impressive.
High school history.
That is definitely impressive. But that ain't Georgia Bulldog football.
No, sir. And he took his team, Rabun County, to the state playoff quarterfinals his senior year, threw for 4,100 yards and 55 touchdowns, 1 interception. That's a pretty dang impressive senior year.
He threw 55 touchdowns and 1 pick?
1 pick and over 4,100 yards. I'm gonna have to look at that schedule that they had, because they were running roughshod over some.
They had to.
They were Derrick Henry and a lot of teams there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Holy cow!
Yeah.
And look, we don't see those. We don't see as many of those high flying, prolific offenses in high school football as much anymore, because you got the spread and you got a lot of guys that are the multifaceted quarterback that are running as much as they're throwing. That's a big number right there.
That is a big number.
And so we'll see what Gunnar does. It's like we said, it's not the jury's out on him. But you made the point in the break.
Yeah, Frank had said that when you interviewed him that, he was kind of low-key and unassuming. But and he seems like he's playing with house money, but not at Georgia.
No.
You
never.
Can't, you never at Georgia. Kirby will have you on the bench quick as he can be. If you listen, I'm rooting for the kid. Don't get me wrong. I'm rooting for the kid, but I know Kirby Smart.
Yeah.
I mean, he has a very low tolerance for incompetence and bad play. And if the kid struggles in any capacity, I mean, you got to move on from him.
What have you always said? The greatest tool,
motivation
for the coach, is that bench.
Absolutely, is that bench,
because he can use that against you.
He absolutely lose against you. And I can only reference from what I saw last year against Notre Dame. He struggled. The offense struggled. I mean, He did. He struggled with the passing game, the running game, all that kind of stuff. There was a lot of things that factored into his struggle. The offensive lines, the ability to block and protect,
and like we
ability
said,
to run, all that stuff.
They have to replace 4 offensive linemen.
Mm-hmm.
They had some good players at Georgia. Now, they weren't all healthy all the time, but yeah, that was against a pretty good front, or with a pretty good front. But like we said, Notre Dame's defense was really one of the tip-top teams on that side of the ball last year.
Was.
And as much as you don't want to give Al Golden,
I got to give him his props on that.
Oh, my gosh, yes. He coached up an NFL-style defense.
Mm-hmm.
And when I talked with Jack Kaiser, now a Jaguar, a former Fighting Irish captain at linebacker, he said it was unbelievable how intricate that defense was and how everybody played with such intensity and accountability, and he raved about what Golden was able to do, just game planning as a defensive mind. And I was telling you earlier, and JJ, that hopefully we're going to get Kaiser in Notre Dame Miami week, because that'll be awesome, because he's into that rivalry. He remember I think in the interview he said he had a family member that was one of the guys who started that Catholic versus Convicts T-shirt.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I definitely need to see him there.
We're gonna get to him. All right. By the way, JJ, this is kind of worth of that. I think this is worthy.
That just happened. Brought to you by Florida Home AC, the official air conditioning partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
It's worthy on XL Primetime. It may not be breaking news, but I certainly like to bring these things up. But it has been pointed out to me by one of our Primetime fans that Kenny Stabler did rock the long hair when they won the Super Bowl. And I've been provided with a picture
the
of
snake.
It. Yeah, the snake, Kenny Stabler. Not only did he have the long locks and he had the beard, John Madden also had a little bit of that shaggy long hair in the back. Madden was, but you have to keep in mind, that was the 70s. Long hair was in.
That was in. It really was.
But we got to give it to the snake. I will agree with you guys 100%. That's for sure. All right, so we will get ready for Kirby Smart coming up here in just a bit. Gunnar Stockton, as we said earlier, talking about breaking Trevor Lawrence's records. The texter says it was a small school in the lowest division, but he did ball out. So let's hear what Kirby has to say about his quarterback coming up with Frank Frangi from SEC Media Days next.
XL Primetime from the big #1 Duval Ford Studios. Tom McManus buckles his chin strap as he joins Lauren Brooks and Taylor Dahl for the new Helmets and Heels.
I just love a man in uniform.
Catch the pros' point of view afternoons 2 to 4 on 1010XL.
After our son's shoulder issues were worsening, we took him to see Dr. Snyder at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, who recommended PRP treatment. We trusted Dr. Snyder's evaluation and look forward to seeing him pitch again. For the right care, the best care, we highly recommend Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Lucas Tree Service is a certified arborist and a local family-owned business with over 45 years of experience. They specialize in tree removal, trimming, and stump grinding for both residential and commercial properties. Get prepared for storm season and receive top-notch customer service from Lucas Tree Service, 904-241-3533. Online at lucastreeservice.com.
I'm Stacy, and I want to tell you about my fogged up window fiasco at my house. I called up Mac at Baker Glass, and he told me all I needed was a glass replacement. The process was so easy. All within a few days, they came out, measured, called me with an estimate, cut my glass, and came out to install the new ones. Now my view outside is fog-free thanks to Mac and his crew at Baker Glass. And my neighbors think I got some fancy new windows.
I'm Mac with Baker Glass. No one treats you better.
San Jose Collision in Mandarin is proud to be an I-CAR Gold Class collision repair facility. That means they meet the industry's highest training standards. Experience the difference at San Jose Collision in Mandarin.
Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning.
Scheduling was easy, and the tech showed up right on time.
From plumbing and septic to air conditioning, we do it all. Call 904-862-6769 or online at duckduckrooter.com. When you're stuck, call the Duck.
Discuss the beautiful game. The Coaches Show presented by Sporting Jacks. Cole Pepper, Sporting Jacks head of soccer Mark Warburton, and Sporting Jacks women's coach Stacey Baylor. Get an hour of soccer talk Tuesday evenings at 6 on 1010 a.m.
Daly's Dash is not only your Jaguars game day stop, but a great place to grab a meal any day of the week. To honor the Jags and the fans, we've crafted the Duval sub. The Duval comes with freshly sliced turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheese, topped with crisp lettuce, fresh tomatoes, and a double portion of our secret sauce, all served on a fresh roll. Come by your local's Daly's Dash today to get your delicious Duval sub. Daly's is the official convenience store sponsor of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
It's hurricane season. Protect your home with 904 Gutters with a Z. That's right. Z as in zone defense for your home. Water damage hits hard. 904 Gutters with a Z hits back harder. Search 904 Gutters with a Z and make the right call.
This is Greg Huntington, a.k.a. The Mangler. I'm on the winning team at Waste Management. WM is the largest sustainability company in North America. If your business needs sustainable environmental services for waste removal and recycling collection, then you can count on the industry leader of WM to deliver results. Your services will be completed in a timely, safe, and eco-friendly manner. Go to WM.com/Duval. That's WM.com/Duval and get signed up today. If anyone can talk trash, it's the Mangler.
It's Christmas in July at Beard's Diamonds with as much as 40% off everything in the store. Maybe it's time to treat yourself to a fabulous fashion ring, necklace, or bracelet. You can do it now and save as much as 40% off Beard's already unbeatable prices. And don't forget, Beard's is the town center's locally owned diamond superstore. Don't settle for the corporate chain store experience when you can get the value, service, and attention you deserve. Don't miss Christmas in July. Save up to 40% exclusively at Beard's Diamonds at the St. John's Town Center.
Football season is almost here, so before it arrives, I'm going to get my home organized. Lauren Brooks here. Closets by Design creates custom storage for every space, lifestyle, and budget. From closets to garages to laundry rooms or entertainment centers. Anywhere that needs to be organized. Call today to schedule a free in-home consultation and receive 40% off plus an additional 15% off with free installation. Yes, that's 40% off plus an additional 15% off during the month of July. Call 878-9393 or visit closetsbydesign.com.
Denny Thompson here. You gotta check out Tyson's Showroom Home Theater with surround sound and comfy theater chairs. You can transform your living room into a cinematic experience. I can stay there to watch all my games. It's that comfortable. Call Tyson today and bring the theater experience home. Tyson Sound and Security, your security, home theater, and home automation experts. New showroom at 3555 U.S. Highway 17 in Fleming, Iowa.
Lauren Brooks here for Terminix. As temperatures warm up around us, ants come out in droves. And when they move into your home or business, it's unnerving. Terminix knows that ants add up fast. But Terminix subtracts them faster because living with ants isn't any fun. When ants show up, so does Terminix. Don't live with an ant problem, Terminix it. Visit Terminix.com today to schedule a free inspection online. That's TERMINIX.com.
Have you got concrete or asphalt rubble piling up? Arcosa Crushed Concrete will pay you for it and recycle it. They're just minutes from Everbank Stadium on Talleyrand. Call Arcosa Crushed Concrete and get paid for what you don't need. ArcosaCrushedConcrete.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Now the cool down with Donovan Air, Electric and Plumbing, keeping Jack's cool since '87.
All right, my takeaway is that although my team is in the ACC, my Miami Hurricanes, I love the SEC. I love the good parity in the SEC. That's where the best football is being played. I love the fact that you've got 7 to 8 contenders just going at it, bludgeoning each other to see who comes out and makes the playoffs. I absolutely love it. I'm an ACCer, but I love watching SEC football. That's where the best ball is being played.
Well, it's kind of funny because that word parity means everyone is, it kind of all evens out. Everyone's got a chance, all that kind of stuff. which the ACC could at times be described as a league driven by parity because no one really steps up.
Well, it's been the Clemson Invitational for so long.
Yeah, so it was just parity throughout besides them. But this is a different kind of parity.
Oh, yeah,
You're
absolutely.
Right. This is a heavyweight.
It is. It's a grudge match, bro.
Yeah.
It's a grudge match. Yeah, from Florida, Georgia, Ole Miss, South Carolina, Texas, Alabama, Georgia, LSU. Bro, those are some legit contenders. Not for the national championship, but to make the playoffs.
Oh, well, if we go from Steve Spurrier to now, okay, and that's probably a good timeline that most people would lock into because Spurrier came in and kind of changed the SEC. The fun and gun, it wasn't all defense and all I formation and all of that. He changed it in a lot of ways. But if you go from there, you had Florida dominate for a little while. Then you got into the O's when you had teams that just really started to stack, SEC teams started to stack together championships 7 years running. And that's that parity you're talking about when it was either LSU or Alabama or Florida, Auburn, and you can go down the line, and heck, Tennessee in the late 90s winning one, and all the ones that we've talked about. But they all have traded blows to get to the top, and then they traded blows at the top with Alabama and LSU going back and forth, with Georgia and Alabama going back and forth, with Florida and Alabama before Alabama toppled Florida in 2009 when they knocked them off from that number one rank in the SEC championship game, and Greg McElroy and company went on and won that national title, and then Auburn won it the next year, and then Alabama won it, and then Auburn was back in it. So, yeah, there's so many good runs that SEC teams have been on, and there's not another division, or excuse me, another conference that can name that. They don't have it, and so that's what you're looking at right now, is for them to get back. All right, let's take it up to the ATL right now with Frank Frangi.
All right, Joe, we are just about to say hello. I think Kirby's making his way down here. He's going to join us. He's been a busy cat today, so we are waiting for him to stop by here, and I think we're going to bring him around here. Kirby, I think we're going to bring it all the way around here. We're going to let's come all the way around here.
Let's see Kirby.
Yeah, there he is. He's going to join us in just a second. He's doing his social media thing now for a second, and then he's going to be able to say hello.
He's doing something on TikTok right now. He doesn't even know.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. These coaches now, they got it all under control. They know every kind of line of it. And
I know you've done this new TikTok thing, Frank, where you're just walking with a bunch of buddies like you and Matt can do this, and then they create the perfect candid photo of you with TikTok.
My goal in life is to one day do TikTok, Joe. That's my goal. You got to have a bucket list, right, bro?
Oh, yeah.
So that's kind of my.
While we're waiting, we might as well roll the sponsors.
Kicking off another college football season.
Donovan Air, Electric and Plumbing, SEC Media Days.
Teed up by Pine Royale Golf Club and 904 Gutters with a Z on 1010XL.
All right. With that said, let's welcome in the head coach of the Georgia Bulldogs here in Atlanta, Kirby Smart, along with Frank Frangi here on 1010XL. Kirby, how are you, man?
Doing great, man. Good to see you. It's that time of year, every year, the annual pilgrimage right through Claude Felton's neck of the woods, and he always loves you guys.
And I saw Claude, and I said, you can't retire. And he said, well, I'm still around some, so he's the best.
He's the legend.
Hey, I heard something you said that I really appreciate, and I know you guys get asked this a lot, but your discussion ongoing, not just here, Kirby, about how and I'm going to get the words right, I hope, but the transactional world we live in now has changed the relationship world we want to live in. I'm putting words in your mouth, but I think I'm close on that. I thought that was pretty cool because I think relationships matter to you.
Yeah, they do, and that's the reason I got in this business. If it was going to be transactional, I should have gone to the NFL because they are transactional. They're a business entity only. We got in it to be a little bit, halfway between high school and halfway between pro, where, a majority of our players aren't going to go on and play National Football League. They all think they are, but they're not. And I want to have some part in their life that maybe makes them become a better father or husband or, business person or successful outside of football. And the more you make it transactional, the less impact I feel like you can have.
Are we getting closer? I mean, it looks like now at least there's some rules, and it's not quite as much the Wild West. Is it better? Are we heading to it being better or no?
I don't know. I think we're in the dark right now in terms of whether it's going to be better or worse. We're headed somewhere, and it's like a slow-moving barge, and it's just you look out there every day, and it's just moved a little bit, and we don't really know where it's headed. I think the next 6 months will outline a lot more for us.
Kirby, I was thinking about this. So you have some of your defensive players here. You know, we have Trayvon Walker and Tyson Campbell up there with us. Every time I do an NFL game, there's the Philadelphia Eagles or Georgia North and this team. How have you been able to build those defenses? So many good defensive players. Obviously, you got to recruit good players. I get that, but it's more than that, isn't it?
Well, that's the main part, and let's don't lose credit on that because the players deserve the credit. But I do think it's a culture, it's a standard, it's a how do you meet every day? Do you spend extra time like teaching situations? Do the kids really understand the defense, or are you just going through the motions? I don't know how other people do it. I know how we do it, and I know that we do it offensively and defensively the right way, and we push kids to be high football IQ.
As the head coach that was a coordinator, can you stay involved with the defense the way you want? Because you're over everything now, right? I mean, seriously, at practice, how does that?
Yeah, I'm not near as involved on defense as I was 7-8 years ago. It's probably diminished each year. When we have a change or a coaching change, it goes back up a little bit just to stay present, check on things, see how things are going. But Schumann does a great job. We've had great continuity on defense. He and Trey Scott have been there the longest together, and they know what the standard is, and they know how to run it.
You told me something interesting when we were here in Dallas last year. I said, you know, for forever Alabama's the hunted, and everyone says the hunter, and now you became the hunted. You said, no, you stopped me. You said, we're the hunter. No matter what. I thought that was pretty cool. Expound on that a little bit. Doesn't matter where you are, right?
Yeah, I mean, the minute that you start talking about you're the game everybody marks on the schedule and you're the guy that everybody wants to beat, I mean, well, what are we doing?
Yeah.
You know, we're not sitting around taking targets. I mean, we want to shoot our gun too.
Tell me a little bit about Gunnar Stockton. We all were watching. He got called into action at halftime of a gigantic game, and I thought he was a gamer, man. Tell me about what makes him special. Tell me about Gunnar.
He's a great kid. He's selfless. He gives a lot of the credit to other people. The humility just reeks in terms of like how humble he is, and kids play harder for him, so he's going to bring out more good things in our team than anybody. I mean, he just cares so much about winning.
Tell me where are you at that spot? Is Ryan Puglisi still in play there?
They're always in play. They're going to compete and battle things out and see how things come out in fall camp.
Is that I mean, you've been through a lot of quarterbacks. I mean, and good quarterbacks. Is it more nerve-wracking for you when you don't have one guy that this is my guy for a head coach?
Well,
nerve-wracking might be the wrong word, but I mean, it's different.
Yeah, it's different. When you don't have a returning starter, you got to have somebody.
Yeah.
You know, and so somebody's got to earn the job and win it. I like the comfort of a returning starting quarterback because they've made so many decisions and played in the game, but you can't have that forever. You know, like you eventually have to have a turnover year.
You've done this a long time now. How are you different? How are you different than first year you were the head coach?
We're willing to delegate more and do more things. Just understand what's important, what's not.
Expound on that a little bit. What does that mean? What's important, what's not?
Time. You don't have so much time in the day, so are you going to dedicate your time to what?
Yeah.
Is it meeting with a player? Is it meeting with a coach? Is it investing in maybe a booster to gain more knowledge or money? And every minute is different in the day.
How does it change, or does it, based on how last year ended, or the year before ended, or the year before ended? Does it change? Is there a chip on the shoulder?
No, it's a reset. It's a reset. I mean, win it all, reset. Lose bad, reset. I mean, you got to reset, and I don't think you can let the year before creep in. It doesn't help you be successful.
Does the league have more parity than ever? It feels that way. Tell me about that. How's that changed the challenge?
Well, everybody's got revenue share, and everybody's got the ability to pay, and they're going to go out and get players, and who does the best job with their team and their team culture will win. And it's not there's no second and third team better than the other team's first team anymore.
Kirby, where do you sit on the playoff? Should we get to 16? Should it be 4 automatic qualifiers? What's your opinion on all that?
I want what gives everybody the most chance. That's probably the best thing for me is what gives everybody the best chance. And sometimes that less number, I won't. Like when we look around the SEC, there's a lot of coaches that feel like they're out of the race early.
Yeah.
I want there to be a longer race. I want teams to be in it longer. It brings more excitement to those end-of-the-year games.
I asked Brian Kelly this yesterday. I think Greg Sankey's joining me tomorrow. We're going to talk about this. I think the impression I get from Greg Sankey is, look, I fight for this conference, and if I think my 9-3 Team X is a better football team than somebody else's 11-1, then they should be in the damn thing. I think that's where his head is, right? I mean, am I reading that? I think that's what this is all about, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It's not a win-loss column. It's not just a loss column. It's not just a win column. It's a team.
Yeah, and I think that's where people. A final thing or two. This year's conference, so many good teams. You played Texas and you won. That was a heck of a game. It was an old school game, man. Georgia Texas last year was an old school game. Is Texas the team other than you that's good? Alabama, LSU, who stands out for you in this?
I don't know because I don't know these teams as well.
Yeah,
the teams change so much so fast. I mean, look at what Auburn took in the portal and got and quarterback receivers. Everybody changes so much. We don't know until we get some games played, right? I don't think we can sit here and say who it is.
Yeah, you get asked it all the time, but you know your team, don't you?
Yeah, I know my team. I don't know the others.
You don't know the others. You are so good about coming by here every year. I know how I'm watching how much attention you get and how many requests you get. Thank you for always taking the time. Good luck this year.
Appreciate you, Frank.
All right, Kirby Smart, the Georgia football coach. Joe, back to you as the Bulldogs are loaded again.
I'll tell you what, I love it. The SEC is chock full, and Kirby hit a lot of high notes when it comes to that as far as chock full, the depth of the conference. And JJ, I don't know if you can pull this one soundbite fast, but I want to make sure that I have it accurate because I was going to tweet it out, and I just was typing. Kirby Smart just summed up the college football world in the NIL era. There's nobody's second or third team better than another team's starters, and I don't know if I have the exact quote, but that's what it is, Leon. Is that in your era, Miami could load up on stars, and the second and third teams on that depth chart was just maturing and growing and trying to step into the same shadow that greatness just left. That isn't necessarily the world we're in right now because all the greats are going to find playing time ASAP right away as opposed to.
Yeah, because money is and don't get me wrong, I want the players to get paid, but money is attributed to that factor. If you're spending $1 million, $1.5 million on the player, he darn well is not going to sit. He's going to play. You got to get a return on your investment.
Yeah.
But when I was playing in my era, you recruited those guys, you groomed them.
Right.
And you can only be a backup singer for so long. Initially, you got to become a lead, and you knew when your time to shine, you had to go out there and perform.
Right.
Or they had somebody they were recruiting to replace you. So once they put that time in to groom you and get you to play and you don't showcase your talent, then guess what? We got a recruit that we just got that's going to replace you anyway.
Going to move right on.
All
right, so listen to this. This is what Kirby said because honestly, I do think this is what has given other teams more opportunities to step in and compete.
Well, everybody's got revenue share, and everybody's got the ability to pay, and they're going to go out and get players, and who does the best job with their team and their team culture will win. And it's not there's no second and third team better than the other team's first team anymore.
That's it.
Yeah, everybody's got money now. No more McDonald's bags underneath the table. Money's on top of the table now. You know what I'm saying? So. Yeah, I mean, it's all fair game now. Any player can go anywhere in any Power 5 conference. Any Power 5 team and make money. It's not centrally located at this team or that team like it may have been in the past. Now everybody has the resources to attract 4 and 5 star players to come and play for you, which is good. I love it. I love that not that one team doesn't get all the players and dominates for a decade and a half.
Right.
Not saying any names, but
guys like the yeah.
Not us. We didn't do that.
Well, you did.
Don't recall.
But it's good to break it up. But the essence of what Kirby is saying and is true is that it's a level playing field in a lot of ways, once again, based on resources, meaning we've got that NIL, the rev share, all that stuff. Everybody has it. Now, everybody doesn't, even though he wants to tell you it's all even, it's not 100% even, because there's more people willing to contribute to the outside NIL maybe in Athens than there is in, you can name Louisville, somebody like that.
Yeah.
Okay, even though they're a Power Four, they just may not have as much money that they want to pour into that program. But the one thing that he does say is true. Now it comes down to, how do you develop your talent, and how do you coach on Saturdays?
It still boils down to, if you get a 5-star, is he playing like a 5-star? It still comes down to coaching. The coaching staff is going to play, who's getting paid well. It's up to him to make sure that 5-star plays like a 5-star. So it's still development and coaching and all the other kind of stuff with that. But here this is what I say. If I'm Kirby Smart or any of the other coaching staffs or whatever, I like that you got the same playing field, because there's no excuses anymore now. You all getting money. You all getting 5-4 stars. I want to beat you at your best. I don't want to beat you when you're down. I don't take any pleasure in that. If I know that you're at your absolute best as far as recruiting and all other stuff, developing all that, and I'm doing my thing or whatever, when we tangle and we get the best of you, we know that we beat you at your very best.
100%.
Yeah.
And there is something beautiful about that. And you guys went toe to toe with people at the tip top. Yeah. And that's awesome. And that's I'm guessing where we are going is that you're going to see more teams that are more capable of putting out a team, not out depth charting you, but good enough to go toe-to-toe at the tip top.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. All right, let's see how it goes with helmets and heels coming up.
Now, the 2-minute drill on 1010XL.
Lauren Brooks joins us now. Helmets and heels getting ready to rock at 2 o'clock. I talked to Taylor earlier, and she said just trying to get used to the shift change, figuring out what you can do before and what you can do after.
I mean, it's a great time slot, as you know. I love the 2 to 4 p.m. And then for her, it's 1 hour until she closes up shop in the building. And for me, it's an hour closer to happy hour.
Yeah. There you go. All right, you just heard
instead
Kirby
of waiting
Smart.
for happy hour for like 3 hours.
You just heard Kirby Smart, and Smart knows that he is going to create that hunger inside that program again to get Georgia back on top. What did you think of the interview?
Yeah, that's funny. Georgia back on top. Georgia is still the elite of the elite. But yeah, I think Kirby Smart is one of those, old school type coaches. He's not that old, but I think his mentality is way more old school than some of the younger guys. And so I think he's kind of looking around like, these kids are entitled. And that's not going to work for me. That's not going to work for this program. And so, yeah, I think it's going to be interesting to see how it goes. But look, Georgia has certainly read and heard the things said about them, that maybe Gunnar Stockton isn't going to be a quarterback to lead them to the promised land, that the team, needs to rebuild and things like that. So we'll see.
What's coming up?
Yeah, we'll talk some Jaguars football, of course, and a little college football as well. We'll, want to get into, now that we have a former linebacker in the house, I want to get into the linebackers. As you saw, ESPN ranked the top 10 in the NFL, and Foye Oluokun did get the honorable mention. So I want to talk about him and some other linebackers.
All right, sounds good.
Tommy Mack had 17 tackles against me when I played in Florida. I mean, at Miami.
At Miami.
91, yeah.
He was a tackling machine.
He was. And a sack, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In one game.
And a loss.
Yeah.
And a loss.
Thanks, JJ.
He wanted to make sure he cleared the record before he got the dub.
But yeah, absolutely. We like to lean on those former players and those experiences.
All right, Lauren, sounds good. We'll be listening.
All right, thank you.
All right, Tommy McManus joining Lauren and Taylor as they get ready for a little helmets and heels. Let's get this done, though, first.
That just happened. Brought to you by Florida Home AC, the official air conditioning partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yeah, just some quick NFL news before we end the show. Pro Bowl guard Trey Smith and the Chiefs have reached an agreement just ahead of today's franchise tag deadline. This is from Schefter. 4 years, $94 million. That includes 70 guaranteed. Makes him the highest paid guard in the history of the NFL.
Okay, so you're telling me, let me just do the math, Leon, real quick. You were the highest paid tackle for how long?
I was the highest paid tackle in the NFL in 1996 for 1 day. And then William Rofe came up behind me and got me.
All right, do you see what that is for a guard?
$17.5 million a year?
Yeah.
God bless him. Nobody loves guards until you need one.
Oh, my gosh, that is the truth. That ain't Matt Hayes paying him. That is the Kansas City Chiefs. Wow. All right, that's good. All right, you got plenty coming. Helmets and Heels, Frangi show, and then you go, we got Rick Blue on vacation.
RJ.
So RJ is in.
Hacker's also on vacation.
Yeah, so we got all that coming up later today on 1010XL 92.5 FM. Thanks to Beaver Chevy, Beaver Toyota, and now Beaver Mitsubishi. Find them in the AUG on US 1. Toyota brand new at 95 and 207 right next to the Best Bet, and Beaver Chevy on Phillips. We're done. Big Search, Joe C. and JJ.
This time I got it right.
Everyone wants to doubt Jacksonville. Never doubt Jacksonville.
XL Primetime is driven by